Welcome to Atlanta, the capital of the state of Georgia. This is the Golden Dome and the Georgia State Convocation Center on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. We are inside the Georgia State Convocation Center for 7A basketball semifinals. It is Cherokee against Norcross. The powerhouse returns. The upstarts come digging for a win. Who will make it to Macon at the end of this next week? We will find out in moments. I'm Daniel Searle, along with Alex Magruder. Welcome to the NFHS Network. We will be bringing you live action of this game. Let's take a look at our starters today for both of these teams. And as the bouncing Norcross Blue Devils get ready, a quick look in the background of the Cherokee crew, shooting lights out all season long, are ready to go. And we're looking over to our crew for our starting lineup graphics. Alex, what are you looking for in this matchup?
You know, Daniel, it should be a great matchup between these two teams. Cherokee 24-6, a 3-game winning streak. Norcross, a 7-game winning streak. These two teams are hot, and both of these teams, as I said, coming off of great winning streaks, should be hard to slow each other down, but I think defense is really going to be the main factor in this one.
All right, we'd like to thank our staff at the Convocation Center who has helped us with all these great camera angles. This is the WCAT and Chestatee High School crews of students, both on the mic, behind the cameras, and doing your production. So thanks for bearing with us as we come through. You have the starting lineup for the Cherokee Warriors.
That's number 0, Aston Hart, the 6'5 senior. Number 1, Cameron Pope, 6'2 senior. Number 2, Tayden Owens, the 5'11 senior. Number 5, Mason Bennett, the 6-foot senior. And lastly, number 30, Braylon Giddens, 6'2 senior.
And that's the go-to these days, the fake jump, but no. On the other side, and to see if we've got our little camera behind the backboard, the Norcross Blue Devils. Starting 5 for Jesse McMillan's team, Alex.
Number 0, Bilal Abdul-Rahman, the 5'10 senior. Number 2, Lamarion Jordan, the 6'6 senior. Next up, number 3, Meyer Panoam, the 6'4 senior. Next up, number 4, Samarion Bond. Lastly, number 5, Toby Ojoku.
And there's your lineups, the starting 5 for 7A state semifinal boys, GHSA basketball at its finest. The keys to the game, as we talked to the coaches earlier, the Cherokee Warriors, they need to match the physicality of these Norcross Blue Devils. They want to stay true to their principles on defense, especially of rotations and trapping, and they got to stay connected. We'll talk more about that connection as we go through this game. On the Norcross side, Jesse McMillan said, hey, keep those Warriors out of the paint. We got to contest and contain every shooter because they can fill it up, and they got to finish every defensive possession with a board. The lights go bright. The ball about to tip, and we're off with the Cherokee Warriors hunting it down. That is number 1, Pope, Cameron Pope, the senior. Take a look here. It's a very short lineup. They play 6, maximum 7 guys. They execute very well, and that connection happens on the court. Lots of good movement. Number 2, Owens. Bobbled ball right there by number 5, Bennett. So Norcross doing what they like the most, and it's a push all the way down to the other end. Panoam almost there. He gets fouled.
There's a hard foul there by Mason Bennett, and it really goes back to those keys of the game of matching the physicality. Right there at the beginning of this game, we see a very physical play. And now Panoam at the line for 2.
And Panoam, he is shooting 79, almost 80% on the year from the free throw line. That first one with lots of noise. Doesn't go. Second one, same spot, front of the rim. The rebound there by Hart, almost picked away, but Warriors in control. Take a look at them in the half court. Screens away, they like to spread the floor, space it out real wide, and a high ball screen. That's 30 Giddens with the dribble drive. Can they keep him out of the paint? As McMillan said, they can't that time, but challenged the shot well. Bounced on the line. Shot clock did not reset. No rim touch. 11 seconds to go. Cherokee ball in deep corner in the G of Georgia State. All right. Quick 5 seconds there. I'll say quick because it felt like 5 quick ones from here, but the referee on the baseline counted each one of those out. So turnover on the Warriors. Still no points on the board, Alex, in this semifinal.
That's right, and it's really due to both these teams playing very aggressive defense and moving all over the court.
Norcross, nice little dribble, handoff, and kick. Abdul Rahman doesn't go. He's a transfer from W.D. Mohammed. But the board and the drive was for the Blue Devils. Well defended inside. Cherokee. They probe and they push, and they don't have it. They'll pull it out. How about that? The 3-ball from Destin Hart. Coach Freeman talked about how Hart has stretched out his game, and if they sag, he's going to hit those. That looked good. Foot was on the line, so it counts for 2. Look at the D, the push. There goes Pope. Easy at the rim with the left. Cherokee Warriors and their home crowd will call it that. Fired up. The 3-ball missed there by Joku, but the action underneath doesn't stop.
And a very surprising miss there from Ojoku, shooting nearly 40% from 3 on the season.
That's a crazy number there at the high school level, being able to do that. It's a second team foul on Cherokee. Ojoku at the line. He gets that one without touching anything but the bottom of the net. 63% from the line. Didn't show there that there was a little hesitation. Nice bucket. Now 4-2. Cherokee leads by 2 in these early minutes. We're just 2 minutes in for this first 7A state semifinal. Nice little dribble handoff action. Probing and driving. Can they find a seam on this Norcross defense? That was literally trying to cut through and find the seam. Nothing doing. Number 2, Owens, keeps working. Gets to the rim with the scoopage. Doesn't go. Norcross off to the races. The push by Ojoku. The wing 3. Rims out for Jordan. Mari Jordan missed that, but inside. Battling for the boards. The whistle will go against number 4 to Marion Bond. Sub for the Cherokee crew. Coming into the ball game, number 24, Lawrence Sanford, a 6'3 sophomore, very athletic, high volume scorer for them in short minutes. And that sent Bennett, Mason Bennett, the senior, went to the bench. There's Sanford with the elbow cook. The drive that gets tipped, but the backside board. Look at Hart go to work. The board in the bucket, and the Warriors lead by 4.
Nice shot by Hart there, converting on a second chance opportunity.
Love these jab and goes by the Norcross Blue Devils. How about Ojoku doing work up high, sky high buckets. 6-4. Pope with that long step. No travel, he didn't move his pivot foot. Good action there. Oh, at the rim, number 30, Giddens, Braylon Giddens. How does he do that? Knifing and slicing and off the glass.
Giddens rising up, absorbing the contact and finishing through it. Excellent finish by Giddens.
Great job by Jordan hanging on to that ball. That time the drive is number 5. Ojoku, rim unkind, and the Warriors pushing. They push, then they're slow in control. Look at that one-handed pass to the corner. The lefty Giddens for 3. Credit Sanford for finding him there in the corner. Whistle goes here, gets number 2 for the Warriors, Owens. Third team foul on Cherokee. And that will send him to the bench and bring Bennett back. A screen and a push, no whistle. The three ball by number 2 doesn't go. Jordan missing that one, not finding his range yet today. Look at Pope, surrounded. That's the connection Coach Lear was talking about. Look at the ball going side to side, player to player, and then inside. What a little step through, lefty release by Hart. Big bucket. 13-4. Norcross a little shell-shocked early here.
Definitely, Cherokee has come out strong.
But no hesitation. Kind going to the rim. Gets fouled, doesn't get the bucket. And the foul on Hart.
Here's Panome at the line on the season, shooting nearly 80% from free throws.
That one goes. 13-5 with 3:13 remaining in the first quarter here. That was the 4th team foul this quarter on the Warriors. A reminder for everybody that at the 6th foul will be 1-1 in the quarter. At 8, it's the double bonus. It's Coach Jesse McMillan directing his defense there from the sideline in the white polo, and it seems to have worked. And there's the push. Defense leads to offense for the Blue Devils. 2 for Jordan, and the lead now down to 5 for the Warriors.
Great transition offense from the Blue Devils with an easy finish for Lamarion Jordan.
And that time it's Ajoku trying to slow the same number 5, Bennett. He can't, except with a foul. Second team foul on the Blue Devils.
And now for the Warriors, Tayden Owens checking in for Mason Bennett, who has 2 fouls still in the first quarter.
A little pause in the action with the sub. Everything is set now. Norcross matched up man-to-man. Shot clock was reset there on the foul. The drive, the kick, the 3 no good by Sanford, and the push and kick this time by Norcross, and called offensive, no bucket. The official under the basket calling that on number 2, Jordan. How about that? That looked like it was potentially an and one, and Cherokee had their feet established in the paint. Draw the charge. Dribble handoff action outside that NBA college 3, and a whistle leads to a walk by Hart. Turnover, Norcross basketball.
Good call there by the referee. Hart on the way to the basket, lost his footing, took an extra step. Gonna be a travel every time.
Little UCLA action and pop there by Abdul-Rahman. Oh, and that one drops. Jordan from deep. 10-13, under 2 minutes. But the action doesn't stop. That's a Megan Soccer. That's a between the legs that could have been assist in basketball. How about it? Love the action here. Look ahead. And he found him. Oh, but Abdul-Rahman cannot finish. The scrappy Warriors come up with the board, and they're on the break. Referees are consistent. That is going to be a charge. Drawn just above that little college charge circle by Bond. Firmly had his 2 feet in place. And we have a timeout on the floor. 13-10, up and down action with 1:33 left in the first. Let's take a look at this Cherokee Warriors crew. They are coached by only second-year coach Joe Veman. He's in the middle of that huddle there. He was from Augusta. His wife, though, had graduated from Cherokee, and he was assistant for many years at Eastside. then Sequoia, and now his second year at Cherokee. Now we're looking at the Norcross huddle led by Jesse McMillan. He has only coached at Norcross, 7 years as an assistant, and all the rest for the head coaching position. He was with Eddie Martin back in the day. His overall record is 374-90, and we get to see both huddles back and forth. Our camera work and director is working hard to try to pick one of the shots for you. But we had talked about Jesse McMillan. How about that record of 374-90, the Norcross head coach? We are at the Georgia State Convocation Center, the Panther in the middle of the floor, watching Warriors and Blue Devils go at it. You can see the big fancy scoreboard, 13-10 with 133. Norcross basketball. A 1-4 high for the Blue Devils. Cut and then up screen. Good basketball action right there. Gets a look for Bond, but that look doesn't go, and the Warriors controlling the boards.
Great interior defense from Dasson Hart, not letting anything easy at the basket.
Up fake, gets the defender in the air, but not enough. Oh, three ball off the back of the rim. They've got a leak out by Bond. Don't find him that time, but look at that. Great look across for the corner three. Abdul Rahman knocking it down. Number 0, the W.D. Mohammed transfer, where he's now really learned how to play with some big-time players, not just to be a scorer. And that time, it's a blocking foul. Number 2, Mari Jordan, the senior, will pick up that foul. So 4th on the Blue Devils. And that's a good call by the official. There's just a little bit of sideways action there led to that call. And it sends number 24, Sanford, to the line. He's shooting 2. 35 seconds remain. That's a good-looking stroke by the sophomore. This is somebody who didn't play much last year, but now he's that 6-man in a 6-man rotation, plays about 26 minutes. He can knock down the 3. We saw that earlier. And Coach Freeman talks about him being the most gifted, most talented athlete on the squad. 2 for 2 on that trip to the line, and a 2-point lead for the Warriors. Shot clock and game clock lined up, or maybe a 0.4 seconds off. Norcross to the paint. How about that? Joku rejected. 20 seconds. The Warriors under control. They'll hold for 1 shot. As the clock ticks, it's now under 10. Look at Bennett probing, and he's picked. Joku got time, the handoff, and the attempt at the Bond dunk. No good because he got fouled. Bond will go to the line to shoot 2 with 1 second remaining in this first quarter.
Bond rising up, almost creating a highlight play to end this first quarter, but he gets fouled. Now at the line with a chance to tie the game going into the second quarter.
How about that? You wonder. Spectacular play, love it, but maybe you lay it in, get an and 1 as the clock expires. This time Bond misses the first of his 2 free throws. 63% and a bit from the line on the season is Bond.
Between free throws, Mari Jordan goes to the bench, and in comes A.J. Watkins, 6'2" junior.
They don't want Jordan picking up a cheap foul here with 1 second left. 1 second on the clock. A heave that doesn't touch rim brings us to the end of the first quarter. This is GHSA 7A basketball. Norcross against Cherokee on the NFHS network. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with second quarter action in moments.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Georgia Farm Bureau, With experienced agents in every county in the state, Georgia Farm Bureau knows Georgia. Georgia Farm Bureau, always the home team. And by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
It's that time of year again. Time to embrace our community. Time for individual preparation to pay off and collective performance to reach new heights. So we join together and work to strengthen our bonds. Because it takes a community to achieve greatness. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, always the home team.
We're back at the Georgia State University Convocation Center. The second quarter, Norcross, Cherokee underway. It's a 1-point game, and it now could be a 2-point game after that. Three goes from the corner. A happy spot for the Blue Devils, who now lead 17-15.
Nice shot from Panome, a 40% three-point shooter, and he shows it there.
And slicing, we love that word, all the way to the rim goes number 30, Giddens. He's shown that ability to both explode, deal with contact, and finish at the basket. Nice touch. Now he's picking off the ball on the sideline. His tiptoe action unable to stay in bounds, but he's got some quick reactions and a quick little grin there. You see him smiling and grinning at us, camera 5 with a good shot. This is Norcross in white, going right to left. The Cherokee Warriors in black, defending their hoop here on the left side of your screen. Defending their hoop and defending right up in the grill of Panome. Shot clock down to 12 and batted out of bounds. The referees will discuss. It went, I believe, off Zero Abdul-Rahman's knee there as it was swatted out of bounds by Sanford. Good defensive possession there by Cherokee.
Exactly, that's the right call made there by the refs, as that one came off of Abdul-Rahman's leg out of bounds.
There's Sanford. Passing it up top to Owens, and there's that movement coming off the little down screen action. Number 1, Pope. Probin spinning, rimming, and got blocked, but that is Owens with a follow. If you draw the help, hey, wait, don't pause. We're up and down rapidly. Both of these teams do a good job of pushing hard, fast, and if they don't have it, they'll settle and try to find a better shot. You can tell why they're in the Final Four. Good basketball teams, well coached, with Jesse McMillan, the beard there on the top of your screen, and only second-year coach Riemann on the Cherokee sideline. Here comes the push by the Blue Devils, and a blocking foul called. And he counted the basket. There was a little extra step there, but number 1, Pope, will pick up that foul. A little bit of a bump there as the Euro action was starting to happen by Abdul-Rahman.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised the ref gave him the continuation there, but nevertheless, that's going to be Abdul-Rahman at the line for 2.
This is a player with a completely different role this year, and he's embraced it according to Coach McMillan. Where last couple years at W.D. Muhammad, he was the highest scorer. He was putting up 20-plus points a game, 1,000 points in his career, and now he's a point guard leader. And that's the Norcross huddle as they're circled around head coach Jesse McMillan. Score is 20-19. The Blue Devils in the lead after that three-point play. Just off your screen, you see the coach of the Cherokee Warriors having a one-on-one conversation with the official just at the top right there. And my guess is he's wondering about these foul calls because the Warriors had 5 in the first quarter. They got 1 now. Mason Bennett, number 5, has got 3 fouls. And as that conversation comes to a close, basically the reason they called that timeout, we'll see if that affects the officiating at all.
That's right, and Mason Bennett with 3 fouls, as he said, he's a starter, a very important player. it's going to be interesting how the coach manages his playing time.
Well, one thing he talked about in our conversation is he trusts these guys. They're seniors, they're veterans, they know how to play with fouls, so they let them keep coming. And that time, it is an incredible move, spin and hang by Sanford, and Norcross almost had him corralled, but they swung down. Number 4, Bond, picks up that foul, and Sanford will shoot 2 free throws. More free throws for the Warriors. Sanford, 5 for 5 in the charity stripe. Ball game tied 20-20 with 5:54 remaining in the first half. You see a large contingent of Norcross students there behind the goal. They were here for the girls' game that just finished, where the Lady Blue Devils beat Buford and earned a spot in the state championship. Here come the little dribble drive, a little weave action. The ball bobbled. He stepped on the half-court line. Did number 12, Watkins. And that is a turnover.
A.J. Watkins on the attempted save. Can't keep it in bounds. That's going to be a backcourt violation for Watkins.
Cherokee with the basketball, taking their time. 21 for the Warriors, 20 for the Blue Devils. There's that drive, an extra step by number 1, Pope. 2 turnovers in a row in what has been a pretty clean game so far.
That's right. We've seen, as you said, both these teams turning the ball over a little bit, but that's all due to the aggressive defense as both these teams are playing. They know that a chance for a spot in the championship is on the line, and they're playing hard.
Playing hard, playing together, staying connected. This is Norcross. Little weaves, a little boomerang action. Nice flare that leads to a lefty dribble drive, hang off the glass. My goodness, Panoam making it happen.
Acrobatic finish there by Panoam, going up, down, all around and finishing.
And acrobatic right back at you, says Giddens. The ball stays with the Warriors until the Norcross save by Abdul Rahman behind the back goes off Sanford. Shot clock resets, 4:37 left in the half. Norcross basketball, 1-point lead for the Blue Devils.
And I don't know if Abdul Rahman meant to do that, but it worked out in Norcross's favor.
And that's a hard situation there for Sanford. Maybe he can grab that, but it's coming zinging at his kneecaps. Not much he can do to control it. Great help, D, but guess what? Panoam does not care. He spins away, finds the backboard, gets another 2, acrobatically nonetheless. Blocking foul called on Sanford's drive. Second team foul on the Blue Devils. That foul goes against Watkins, picking up his second quickly. High pass coming in. Warriors settled in. Look at this kid. Oh my, Lawrence Sanford with another dagger. Tying it up at 24 from deep.
And Sanford just taking advantage of the space that the Blue Devils were giving him, nailing that through nothing but net.
Look at the hustle. Diving on the ground goes Hart. Jump ball called. Possession. Oh, wait, freeze that. Not possession. Believe that was a foul called on the Blue Devils. Look at the Cherokee crowd. Great shot there as you saw Hart. That whole Cherokee County community has been out in mass, in droves, all season long, and especially throughout the playoffs. They had a tough one at Carrollton in the quarterfinals. We're down late in the game and stayed focused and were able to win that in the end. Look at Sanford running hard off the baseline. A half second late on that touch. Called over and back. There might have been a Norcross touch there, but no complaints. Blue Devil basketball.
Right, and there, just a miscommunication between Owens and Sanford. Owens didn't think Sanford was cutting, but he did, and led to the turnover.
Timeout called on the Norcross, on the Cherokee side. That is the second one called by the Warriors. You are watching live coverage of the GHSA basketball semifinals on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com/GHSA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Georgia high school playoff action. Make sure you stay tuned to all of our streams. We're bringing you semifinals in every single classification. We'll continue to bring you 7A semis for the rest of this evening. Girls are up at 6, and then at 8 p.m., it will be Wheeler and Grayson vying for the second spot in the boys' final. 3:30 remaining in the first half, 24-24. An up-and-down game where the scoring has slowed a little bit, but the basketball action has not. Great up screen, down screen. Oh, and a feed inside. Intended for Jordan, goes just over his fingertips.
And Jordan sealing that whole possession, trying to get it inside with the size advantage over Giddens, but couldn't get it.
Warriors probing and checking and dribble handoffing. Those shot fakes, pass fakes, and deep shots have served the Warriors well. Look at that. The board by Norcross was attacked by Sanford, quite literally going for the ball above the head, batted it loose, came away with it, and that will be the fourth foul on Norcross. Possession now goes to Cherokee. And take a look at this convocation center, the beautiful windows looking out onto the state capitol, packed in. Fans, Cherokee community on one side, the Norcross community on the other, the students here, and the Sanford for three. What? This man is getting it done.
Lawrence Sanford is lighting it up from three. That's 2 in a row now, and he's feeling it. Now a foul. That one gonna be on Sanford, his second of the game.
Inbounds underneath for the Blue Devils. The one dribble pull-up is good. It's sweet for Mari Jordan. Warriors hanging on to a 1-point lead. Coming up on 2 minutes left in the half. There's that weave and dribble drive kick. The corner three, no good. Look at that. That was a crafty move to bat it off the backboard and secure it. Looked like a bobble, but no whistles. And a block by Giddens. Shot clock at 28.
You can see on the sideline, Coach Veman showing some visible frustration, thought a double could have been called on that drive.
And it didn't look like he'd had possession, so probably a good no call by the officials. Norcross basketball, the back door. It batted and then touched out of bounds by Jordan. Cherokee basketball, Jordan. He knows he almost had that, but that little fingertip action by the Warriors defense sent it off on a different pace. Hard to grab. He's got 1-4 set. Just give it to Sanford. He's got the little shake and pull up. No good that time. Good action by Abdul-Rahman, but a little too hard off the backboard.
And that shot by Abdul-Rahman just a little bit rushed.
The three's not dropping now for the Warriors. That one was from Owens. Blocking foul called. That one will go against the Warriors, 0. Gaston Hart, the 6'5" senior. Hart right there is all-region honorable mention this year in Region 5, 7A. And its coach says he's kind of the unsung hero for this team. Wasn't a key for them last year, but he's really stepped in gotten it done physically with his hustle, and as we saw early in this game, he's stepping out and shooting it from range too. Really a massive contributor for the Cherokee Warriors. There he is, Hart. So it'll be Norcross basketball underneath. They're kind of cleaning up, wiping down. That was where one of the players went down. I believe that was Jordan a couple possessions ago. So they're going to grab a towel and take care of that. So just so you know, today's event is available to download. Just click digital copy button under the event player and download your very own digital copy of this event right to your computer. Look at Sanford fly and get blocked, but the follow by Pope still no good. Jump ball called. The tie-up was Jordan and Hart. That's Pope, who had that second follow-up attempt that didn't go, but both teams know it's all on the line here, right?
Most definitely. But what a block by Samarion Bond, skying up and sending that one careening off the black backboard.
Shot clock at 27-26, plenty of time, under a minute. Look at that little shot fake. Get a guy's hips up and attack him. Spin me, float me, no good. Norcross looking out, but not seeing the D. Doesn't matter. The kick from Panarum. Oh, tipped by Hart. They're going to count it. Look to me from here, we're way up in the rafters, that was a good block. But the official says it was on its way down.
Cherokee fans not happy about that one. Very controversial call. But the call is going to stand and give Norcross a 1-point lead with about 30 seconds remaining in the first half.
And here we go, 30 seconds on the clock. Shot clock turned off. Sanford with the juke and the tip out of bounds by Norcross. Pace, number 13, dancing around saying, I didn't touch it, man, I didn't touch it. But the call will stand. 24 seconds remain. Coach McMillan basically defending out there also. So we're settled in for the final seconds of the half. Pope in control of the basketball. A 1-2 and off the glass. Called for the travel. We'll say it was a 1-2-3.
Indeed. And that's not the first time we've seen Pope travel. Really has to be mindful of his steps driving to the basket.
He's not in full agreement there, but what happens is you take the one step and then a 1-2. That adds up to 3. Good call by the officials. Norcross basketball, 10 seconds. Not picking it up. Yep, and Pope comes to make him pick up. High ball screen. And the handoff. Caught in the corner. The 3-ball no good. 2 seconds remain. Still time. Would have been good if it goes. But it didn't. And that brings us to the end of the first half. What an exciting semifinal action already. The boys of the Cherokee Warriors against the boys of the Norcross Blue Devils. It is 28 for Norcross, 27 for Cherokee. I'm Daniel Searle along with Alex Magruder. We will join you a little bit later in halftime with some first half analysis, some stats, and a special interview. Right now, we'll take a break on the NFHS Network.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Our mission has always been to support Georgia farmers. That's why we created Georgia Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, providing financial protection that farmers needed. While this remains the same today, we've grown to protect all Georgians through home, auto, and life insurance. From the very beginning and into the future, we stand for every Georgia community.
We are our Farm Bureau.
Welcome back to the Georgia State University Convocation Center. I'm Daniel Searle, no longer with Alex Magruder. It's halftime of the 7A Boys State Semifinal. It is Norcross against Cherokee. Norcross 1-point lead. We've got a very special guest joining us today. Coach, Archer, Joel, all the action. Played against the 7As. You know these teams inside and out. Tell us a little bit about what you saw in that first half for our viewers to kind of break this down.
Both teams playing really good half-court man-to-man defense. They both hang their hat on that, obviously, to get this far. Officials really letting them play, bang, real physical, a lot of grabbing, a lot of holding.
A little push-off action. We kind
of like the way we play.
Right.
So both teams are probably pretty similar, used to that type of physicality. It'd be interesting to see what the officials allow in the second half. I know both coaches were kind of bickering back and forth with the officials. So that's kind of be the game within the game. I thought Jesse McMillan did a good job of controlling Amari's foul trouble. He had 2 fouls there, so kind of got through the half.
Right, into
one
the first
possession
quarter.
game with his best guy only having 2 fouls, which is key, especially with both teams having such short benches.
Right, and they both play 6-7 guys, no more than that. How tough is that at the 7A level and when you play this intense?
Oh, definitely tough. Kids are in shape this time of year. A lot of people say the old adage is, they can rest when they graduate. Really good high-level basketball. I'm really impressed with both teams defensively and the conditioning like you're talking about.
You talked about the officials. Maybe we'll watch it and see if they change the second half a little bit. But what are you expecting in the second half, and what does one team or the other have to do to pull ahead?
I thought Cherokee does a really good job spacing the floor. They really do a good job spacing. I was really liking their baseline under series, which is really, really simple what they were running, but they're kind of reading the D and kind of either getting the ball in and not turning it over or trying to get a good shot. I thought 24 for Cherokee coming off the bench.
Sanford,
really good player.
Incredible.
What grade is he in?
Just a sophomore.
Wow, yeah.
But Coach says he's the most athletic guy with the biggest upside.
Yeah, definitely. They did a good job of making shots and just kind of playing off each other through that contact. So they do a really good job both sides of the ball. So interested to see the adjustments Coach McMillan makes here, trying to get guys downhill, if you would, because he's definitely got some matchups. But Cherokee's team defense is really, really good. So it's going to be fun to see how they respond. And I think the big thing down the stretch here is going to be defense and offensive rebounding. Whoever can kind of create some more second shots on the offensive glass.
And second shots are going to be a key. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell us about your team and your season. Archer, you guys were right there with a very strong record.
Yep.
And a chance to push through in the playoffs.
Like I told my kids, it was an unbelievable run this year we made. Even though we didn't make the state tournament, just how good they played throughout the year. We lost like our top 8 guys from last year's Elite 8 team. A lot of them are doing really well in college this year as freshmen. So we got a kid that moved in from Charlotte, and Kamari Holmes, who's a really nice, pleasant surprise for our program. And a lot of the kids that were already in the program, Darian Joseph, Dominic Wright, and Elijah Davis, they just kind of kept getting better, and it was really just, fun coaching them as young as they were and as inexperienced as we were. So we're really excited for next year on what the future holds as we keep getting better and kind of build it more. But, it's been a good run, my 8 years at Archer, and, first time in 6 years not being in the state tournament, but, Parkview played a good game with us in the region tournament. They're a really good team as well. So, it's fun, competing at the highest level in 7A and in our league, night in, night out, you got to bring it, which makes it fun.
And that's our own version of March Madness, right? The region tournament where an underdog can beat the team that's got the better record and make it to state.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not a fun moment when you're the one that gets bumped out, but you got to appreciate it.
Exactly. But you guys do a great job, man. I love tuning in when I'm watching NFHS games, scouting, all across the state or whatever. You guys do an excellent job. Appreciate you guys, Daniel.
Appreciate it. I got one more question
for
you. The late game, Grayson and Wheeler. You've seen both of those teams. You played Grayson quite a few times.
Yes, sir.
What should we expect there, and who are you picking?
Put me on the spot. Obviously, 2 high-level teams. I talked to Coach Pierce a lot over there at Grayson. They were using our home court for the entire state tournament run because they had an accident in their gymnasium and they kind of got flooded. So I've been kind of watching them throughout their state tournament run, and obviously playing in them in the region, being 5 miles apart. They do a really good job of guarding the ball. This is probably one of those better defensive teams collectively. They all kind of really guard the ball, and they're really high IQ offensive and defensive guys. So it's going to be a great test. I mean, obviously Wheeler's got the Collier kid, and they got the Page. They got the kid going to Iowa State. I mean, Wheeler's loaded across the board. If Gracie can do a good job kind of keeping that ball in front of them, I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to come down to the wire. Isaiah's really been playing at a whole nother level these last 4 or 5 weeks. So, I mean, it's going to be exciting. The venue here at Georgia State, I mean,
how about
can you believe how nice this place is?
If we can take a look, Rex, at camera 12 or camera 3 there.
Yeah, I mean, the venue's unbelievable.
It is spectacular, right? And great to do it here. First year in the Convocation Center.
Yes.
There's another angle there, but both the staff here has been incredible.
Right.
The floor is really nice. The lighting that kind of makes the court pop.
Yep.
And locker room space, incredible hospitality. And yes, you're right, a venue with a view too.
Yes.
I don't know, do we still have the view of the state capitol that we can show them?
You can see the Georgian-owned Mercedes-Benz, I should say, the state capitol. You can see everything from here. It really is amazing what they've done with this place. The parking's unbelievable. Turner Field, being right next door.
Pretty easy. That's the Convocation Center there in your foreground with the Georgia State logo and the Golden Dome and Atlanta skyline behind it. So great call bringing the GHSA here for the 7A state semifinals. Coach, appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.
Your
Appreciate
insight.
you, Daniel. Yes, sir.
You got
Two great games here. Georgia High School does an excellent job, and we'll keep it rolling, baby.
You got
Appreciate you, Daniel.
We'll be back with second half action very, very soon. We got about 2 minutes left on the halftime clock. We'll see you there on the NFHS Network.
Going into the second half of this one, should have another great half of action. Leading scorers for the Warriors, that's going to be number 24, Lauren Sanford with 10, and number 30, Braylon Giddens with 7. And for Norcross, leading them is number 3, Mir Pinoan with 9. And next up is Abdul Rahman with 6.
And Norcross with the basketball and the 1-point lead. It's a deep 3 by Jordan that doesn't go. So this is what it's all about. One half to determine Who goes to the state championship in Macon? Cherokee with the basketball, wearing their black uniforms, black bottoms, coming at Norcross in the white here on the left side of your screen. Dribble, and a good D that time. Reached around by Ajoku, tapping it out of the hands of Giddens. Shot clock at 20. Pope stretching that inbound. There's been one 5-second call already in this game, but a nice slice to the rim. Look at that. It hangs and drops for Owens. We got a whistle and a warning on the Cherokee bench. In the meantime, number 2, Owens, you saw him with a little back cut, catch and finish. That ball hung for an eternity on the backside of the rim before it dropped in. How about it?
That's right. Owens rising up, finishing over the tall defender.
Back tip is called a foul. Giddens pleading his case, but as the spin by Jordan happened, the foul on the reach-in is the first against Cherokee in the second half. Nice quick inbounds play and a quick release by Jordan. The lead the lead now back to 1 possession.
Nice shot from Jordan there, picking up from where he left off. Has 8 now in the game.
High ball screen action as the dribble happens. Look at it, hang in the air by Giddens, and a lefty finish drives the Cherokee crowd nuts. And we have a technical against the Cherokee bench right now. Coach had just been warned, and Coach Riemann is going a little crazy there. He's being ushered back to the bench by his coaches. There we see the Cherokee bench. So that means there'll be 2 free throws and possession for Norcross. Cherokee leading by 1 on that last bucket. There had just been a warning against the bench. And right now, Coach Riemann is still standing. We'll see if they make him sit per the rule. And now the officials at the scorers table double checking if their rotation is right. The shot did not go for Jordan, the first free throw. His second of the technicals drops. Tie ball game. Norcross basketball. That kind of slowed down the start of this second half with a tech. Coach Riemann now sitting down off your screen on the left. Norcross looking to move the ball, see if they can get downhill and get to the basket right there. Big swing by Owens. Will be a foul called, and that wasn't Owens, that was Hart. Hart said, I only hit the basketball. And regardless of if you get only the basketball there, when you swing and bring that arm down, they will call the foul 95% of the times. Another free throw good for Jordan. Lots of free throws to open up this second half. Taking a quick look. There's the drive and the swing, a lot of ball, but like we said, you bring that arm down, the officials are going to call it. The second free throw drops for Jordan.
Norcross shot 66% from the line in the first half and now shooting 75%, so a good improvement.
Still early. That was the man in the first half. He tried to start the second half with a 3, but it doesn't go for Sanford. Norcross going to each side of the court before going down the middle, but a charge is called against Bond. Great work by Hart. Established and taking the hit, going down hard, but it's a turnover against the Blue Devils. Possession to the Warriors. Patience on offense. If there's nothing there to push it, they're going to move, look for the opening, and look at Sanford almost getting his own offensive rebound there. Instead, it goes to Ajoku, who pushes and handoff. That's a favorite right now on the Secondary break, little handoff action that leads to the drive and kick. A whistle out on the 3 will send Jordan to the line to shoot 3.
Once again, early in the second half, we see Norcross at the line, getting lots of free throw attempts in this one.
4th team foul already against Cherokee with 5:31 remaining in the quarter. And a reminder to everybody that the 6th team foul is the 1-and-1. Those technicals on the bench adding up also. Second of the 3 free throws, no good. But it has been Jordan living at the free throw line to start this third quarter. And that one drops. 35-31 with 5:31 to go in the third quarter. Norcross leads. The Warriors' offense seems to have not stagnated, but the movement has slowed, and it's hurting them as Norcross is able to double and get a steal right there. Another foul on the Warriors.
There's Toby Ajoku getting that steal there, very fired up.
Timeout, Cherokee. That is Coach Veman seeing something both with the officiating and with his team. Maybe that offensive stagnation that we've talked about, going to get them straight. 7 free throws already for Norcross in this quarter. Not even 3 minutes in to the third quarter. Norcross living at that free throw line and taking advantage of it, where they now have eked up to that 4-point lead. Just a reminder that Coach Veman of Cherokee received a technical, and he now must sit for the rest of the game. He can sit on the bench, but he has to stay seated. He cannot stand coach and be demonstrative there. And how about technicals and coaches this year? Later tonight, the 8 p.m. game, Larry Thompson of Wheeler will not even be in the building. He received 2 technicals, a bench tech, and then a direct one in their quarterfinal game at North Gwinnett. He had to, the round of 16. That means he has to sit 2 games. So he sat the quarterfinal game. The Wheeler Wildcats won that. And then his assistant, Coach Shep, will be at the helm again tonight.
Interesting. And there, Coach Larry Johnson for Wheeler would only be able to come back and coach on the bench if Wheeler advanced to the state championship. So something to keep an eye on.
Nice deep post up there by Bond. Didn't get the ball, but drew a lot of attention that allowed an open 3 by Abdul Rahman. Batted away. Look at the defensive effort by Daston Hart, the 6'5 senior. He seems to be everywhere in this game, taking charges, picking up rebounds, and they're mixing it up to get the steal.
That's right. Daston Hart this year named a Region 5 7A All-Region Team Honorable Mention. His coach said that last year wasn't really a key factor, but this year an unsung hero, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The kick for 3, no good by Pope, and here come the Blue Devils. Look at that action. Under the rim goes Panam, but no good. Offensive board off by Bond, and this one is secured finally by Owens. Coach Joel from Archer was talking at halftime about the physicality of the game. Are they going to let them keep being this physical? Looks like in the paint they are, but out in the open, not so much.
It definitely looks like that. We saw on that last possession, Samarion Bond just fighting in the trenches for those offensive rebounds, and they still didn't call foul.
8 fouls already. Not even 4 minutes into this quarter, though, indicates that the officials are blowing the whistle a little bit more. This time on the drive. Did you think Braylon Giddens was going to go up for a dunk there? My goodness. Did not get that close to it, but the foul is called, and Giddens will shoot 2. The bigger news on that, it was the 4th foul on number 2, Mari Jordan, the leading big man for Norcross.
Jordan, the leading scorer for the Warriors, as Giddens nails the first of two. Very important to keep an eye on for the rest of this game, going into the end of the third and into the fourth.
Giddens, all defensive team this year in Region 5, 7A. He is, as coach said, probably the best defender on this team with that long wingspan, and we've seen the sneaky bounce that he has right there as he elevated to almost dunk it. How about it? Crucial player for these guys that only go 6 deep. Foul trouble starting to catch up with him. Oh! Ojoku for 3.
Ojoku nailing that 3, just extending Norcross's lead to 6.
There's the baseline drive again. It seems like every play we're calling Giddens' name for the Warriors here on the offensive end. Look at him go baseline. Look at him hang with that sneaky bounce and finish with the left as the ball rolls in. Takes the contact and one.
And Giddens is known as a great defender, but in this one, we've seen him on the offensive end. Giddens with 11 in this one, with a chance to convert and complete the N1 play.
Shooting that free throw right in front of the Cherokee student crowd. They're fired up. And now it's a 3-point game with 3:45 to go. Oh, good basketball with the diving Bond, unable to finish. Push, push, push comes Sanford, and then they will settle. The high ball screen slip action brings a 3-point shooter open. Out of bounds, off of Norcross, says the official underneath the Cherokee crowd. Loves it, and now Pope set to inbound. 3:25 remain. Shot clock at 23. High ball screen, they were unable to play that through. Great D by Ojoku, good hands. 2 hands on the driver. That's going to be a good whistle by the officials. 6th team foul, if my numbers are correct, on Norcross. Nope. Shooting 1 and 1. So yes, 6th team foul on Norcross. And at first it was a little unbalanced. 5 to Cherokee, 1 to Norcross. It's now 6-5 on the foul count. The officials don't like you calling those foul counts out, though. That was the 3rd on Ojoku. The 1 and 1 front end, no good for Owens. Drive, kick, corner 3, front of the rim, no good. Cherokee, led by Owens. Looking, crossing, driving, kicking. And the whistle and the point says Warriors basketball, out of bounds, shot clock at 26.
And man, has Ojoku been all over the place defensively. We see here, there, getting a deflection, sitting out of bounds.
Nice dive down the middle by Sanford, and the finish. They spread him out, they dove down the middle, easy bucket. Sanford, 1-point game. Cherokee into a zone, a 1-2-2, 3-2 with Pope dropping, but the baseline drive is open. What a block by Giddens, who pushes. He's chased, but he kicks. Pope, the 1-2, got called for a travel in the first half on that one, got away with it that time. Push ahead by the Blue Devils. What a hop and finish by Bond. He's fouled. He'll shoot some free throws after that great control move on the break.
That's right. What a great move by Bond. And Bond, a guy who stands 6'4", pretty hard to do. But Bond, a guy with a lot of athletic ability, showing it off there.
Bond is a guy getting a bunch of D2 looks, some D1s. He kind of exploded and came onto the stage at the Arby's Classic, the Christmas tournament that the Blue Devils went to up in Tennessee over break. He's somebody who really has gone full circle, where he didn't play that much early on in his career. Now, 31, 32 minutes, the guy who doesn't come off the floor. They need him. And the lefty delivers. Working inside with a little turnaround. Hart, no good. The Blue Devils pushing, slicing, and Bond again. Oh, wow. The contact in the air. He doesn't care. And one. Look at Bond go. A man's play right there. Catching on the break. Getting to the rim. Clocked by Pope. I don't care. And he knocks down the free throw just before the graphic. So now Norcross edging ahead. 6-point lead for the Blue Devils. And another whistle. This one will go against number 12, Arrington Watkins. A.J. Watkins reaching in.
There you see Watkins' teammates telling him not to reach in, but keep those arms spread to avoid the foul call.
It's going to be the third on Watkins. Peyton Owens, number 2, is off to the bench, catching a breather before the fourth quarter starts. And back in is Mason Bennett, number 5, off of your screen. Bennett coming back in after sitting with foul trouble. First one good. And the second free throw also drops for Giddens. 4-point game under 2 minutes. Third quarter about to come to a close. Visit to the Centraplex and make it on the line here. Little circle action, drive kick, 3-ball. Rolls no good. Samford being strong with the board as he was hounded. The push by Hart and the settle by the Warriors. Oh my, leaves his feet, still finds an open guy. Giddens, he's dominated this quarter for the Warriors. There he is again, can he hit the 3? No. Norcross says, thanks, we're off to the races. Oh, he saw his teammate ahead. That is the work of Samarian Bond on the boards, getting buckets. He has basically the last 7 for the Blue Devils.
And getting those last 2 off the offensive rebound.
Getting in front of the rim, a little short there. Watkins has leaked out. There he is. Push ahead 3, no good. The 3-point line unkind to these teams this third quarter. 30 seconds left in the third. 6 seconds off between shot clock and game clock. Pope waiting. They're trying to grind it down. It's now shot clock at 10. Pope to Giddens. The screen and roll. Popped out. Norcross hit it. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Actually foul called. The foul is on number 12, Watkins, his 4th. Double bonus situation here. Norcross over 8 in the quarter. We'll send Giddens to the line to shoot 2.
Giddens went 2 for 2 his last time up.
He's missed his last 2 3-point shots, just a little short. That one hit the front of the rim and crawled in. Late in this game, very few subs. Those legs start to tire. He dipped a little deeper that time and got the swish. Good recognition there by Giddens on what his body was doing. 3 seconds. The drive, the float, and the buzzer brings us to the end of the third. It's a 4-point game. The fourth quarter is imminent. We will be right back on the NFHS network for fourth quarter state semifinals.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Welcome back to the Georgia State Convocation Center and the fourth quarter between Norcross and Cherokee. 4-point game, 8 minutes to go. That was an interesting quarter where Norcross went 8 for 10 from the free throw line, but they also picked up a number of fouls. Watkins with 4, Adoku now with 3, and Jordan with 4. Pope! Ooh, what the contortion in the air right there from Mr. Cameron Pope. He got it to go. Bond, he had an incredible third quarter, but he can't cap it off with that 3. But he's ready for the next one. Norcross doing a great job finding shooters in the deep corner. If they close out hard, they have the dribble drive. It's the Pope man again with the first 4 of the quarter to tie it up. The Cherokee Warriors faithful, loving Cameron Pope getting it done, who claps it up. How about this little momentum pickup where the Warriors, you hear them in the background, fans on their feet. Norcross crowd responding. Shot clock down to 12. Blue Devils being patient, maybe too patient. Abdul Rahman with a find in the corner. No good. Great box out by the Warriors. Pope again securing it.
There's Pope really revitalizing this Cherokee faithful crowd, getting them on their feet. The energy's high in the building.
A lot on the line. They've been trying that high ball screen. It hasn't worked, but the corner 3 does. What about Dayton Owens? He got his minute and a half break at the end of the third. He made it work with a deep 3. Flying through the air, number 3, Mir Panarum. He got a little bump. A block called, 3-point play. Panarum will shoot the and 1. First foul on the Warriors this quarter.
And a sub here. Mari Jordan back into the game. A.J. Watkins going to sit with 4 fouls.
And Jordan comes in with his 4 fouls. Panarum knocking it down. We have another sub. This will be 0. Hart will leave, and back in comes number 5, Mason Bennett for the Warriors.
And Bennett enters the game playing on 3 fouls with 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
So lots of fouls here on teams that do not go deep into their bench. Bennett finds Pope. 3 ball. Little too strong, and it's Bond. Board, push, up high, and down it goes. What a look. Abdul Rahman to Banam. But wait, here come the Warriors right back. It feels a little out of control, and it is. Bobble, not that much control on either side, and the officials will slow it down with a whistle. Let's take a look back at this. Scoop up high, bam! He caught it kind of low, but was able to reach over and finish. What great action by Norcross on that break. And now we all get to catch our breath. Alex, timeout. 2 left for Cherokee, 3 for Norcross. 5:30 remaining in this game. That's the Norcross huddle. And you can hear the chanting from the Cherokee side. Fans in the stands enjoying their time. What's going to happen for these last 5.5, Alex?
Well, we've seen both teams really, their offense ramping up. Norcross up by 2, 50-48. I think it's really going to depend on defense. We saw Cherokee go into that little 2-3 or 1-2-1 zone. Maybe they'll go back to that, but I think whichever team ends up getting stops is going to come out with the victory in this one.
All right. So our crew here at Georgia State recognizing the energy is high, is pumping up the music too. Cherokee crowd, they are hyped, they are proud. The community has been supporting just like the Norcross student body, for this whole playoff run, and they hope to make one more run to Macon. 2-point game, 5.5 to go. Warriors with the ball. There's that little UCLA cut off the top. Oh, and Bennett trying to go against Jordan, maybe to pull that foul. Jordan defends, but the follow-up is good, and 50-50 with 5 to go. Oh, my.
Nice follow-up by Sanford there. He's up to 14 in the game.
Sanford has been that X factor for the Warriors. Bond was open for a second down low, and that's Jordan. His fifth is going to be an offensive charge called. Bennett slides in. Jordan lifts his jersey, number 2 from Norcross. Will have to leave the game. Pope is fired up. Bennett took the charge on Mari Jordan, who had just came back in. He will take his spot at the end of the Norcross bench. Not very happy with that turn of events. So we have our first person who is fouled out of this game, and it is Norcross's leading scorer, Mari Jordan. Warrior basketball, tie game.
But A.J. Watkins, who came in for Jordan, also is playing with 4, so one more, he'd be fouled out as well.
And out of bounds called. That time, Giddens rejected the screen, crossed over and attacked. Back tip from Norcross sends it out of bounds. Shot clock at 22. Hart can hit that, but he'll be patient. Giddens got a one-on-one. Can he get downhill? No, great D. That time by Watkins. Not great D there, or even better move, shall we say, by Owens, who finishes on the other side of the hoop. Oh, my. Such a great move by Njoku, unable to finish with the 2 at the end, but he stopped on a dime and pivoted.
Njoku had both of his defenders take flight, just couldn't nail the close shot.
15 on the shot clock. There's Sanford, been somewhat quiet, took an extra step, and they called it. Traveling on the Warriors. Sanford got bottled up there with nowhere to go. They track back on defense now with Norcross looking to tie it up. 3:54, 2-point game. Who goes to Macon? Norcross patient with their offense. The 3-ball deep by number 3, no good. Bonham had the dunk on the alley-oop action. He can also knock down that deep 3. Doesn't go. Coach Riemann calling for that ball screen up high. Ball screen to handoff, and they skip and swing. Hart says, not this time. Warriors winding it down, 10 seconds on the shot clock. And there's the high ball screen rejected. High off the glass, no good. It's going to be an over the back on Hart as he came crashing in on the offensive boards. Second team foul on Cherokee this quarter.
Good call there by the refs. Pretty obvious that Hart went over the back. He's going to take a seat. And coming back into the game is Bennett. Now timeout is called. A break from the action.
(52-50). Cherokee Warriors leading this Norcross Blue Devils team by 2 with 3:08 remaining. Just so you know, today's game is also available for all subscribers via the NFHS Network Live mobile app on your Apple and Android devices. Download the app from Apple App Store or Google Play Store today and start watching games wherever you are. Even if you're in the middle of the Cherokee student section, they're still oh, back at you, says Norcross. Gotta love it. Okay. You gotta love high school basketball. Both sides getting after it. Even Gideon, our producer, is doing a little dance up here in the booth. Got to put a little plug in for our broadcasting crew. These are all high school students on cameras, doing the replays. running the switchers, even announcing, right, Alex?
That's right.
And this, honestly, as cliche as it might seem, is what it's all about, right? 3 minutes, 2-point game, state championship visit on the line. These two teams who have been playing their tails off for the last almost 6 months are coming down to the last few possessions. Norcross needs to tie it up or take the lead with a 3. Good call there, looking for Bond down low. He had been very effective at the end of the third. They're posting him against Bennett. Can't find him. Good D on the perimeter. So Bond steps out. 3 ball, no good. The tip on the board, and it's Bennett who grabs it. Coming up on 2.5. 2-point lead, Cherokee.
Sanford going to slow down the pace here, maybe choose some clock.
Look at this, and Hart is out right now. Bennett tries to drive against Bond. There's a whistle, and it is going to go against Bennett, who reached towards Bond there after he lost the basketball. There's number 5, Mason Bennett, the 6-foot senior. He didn't play much with some foul trouble, but he was an all-region honorable mention in Region 5-7A. Very vocal leader. So important to have on the floor, says Coach Freeman. Look at the weave and the handoffs and the open drive baseline. Wait, Pope recovers. But guess what? That is Panama who doesn't care. I will slide past you and over you to score and tie it. 52-52 with 2 to go.
Now Panone with 16. He leads his team in scoring.
Again, winding down the shot clock, the Cherokee Warriors are. Both elbows occupied. They feed Pope. Sanford pulling high, though. Scoop with the right, falling away by Pope. Draws a foul. He will go to the line to shoot 2. That foul, I believe, was on number 4, Bond. So the clock stops. There's 1:38 remaining in the game. Pope goes to the line. Pope averaging about 12 points a game for the Warriors this season. Front of the rim is the first one. No good. This is a kid who averaged about 20 points a game last year. His game changed a little this year as he shared the basketball more. But we saw him step up in this fourth by knocking down that free throw and opening up kind of that little barrage, mini barrage of scoring for the Warriors at the beginning of the quarter. Oh my, I've said that 3 times and we'll probably have a couple more to go, but it's a 1-point game with 1:25 remaining. Let's go. Almost tipped away, it is, and Sanford grabs it. He euros, he passes. Oh, and clocked is Owens. Coaches say don't give up easy layups. That's what happened there. You want to say good foul.
But what an unselfish play by Sanford. He could have taken the layup himself, but he unselfishly handed it off.
And smartly, right? Because his next guy coming through had a, we thought, a little bit better opening. That was the 4th on Njoku. That's why these 2 free throws are happening for Owens. He rolls, crawls the first one in. The tension mounts, the pressure is real. Owens says, yeah, I got this. 2-point game. Cherokee faithful in the background, counting on it. Oh, off. No good. 1:10 left. Norcross with plenty of timeouts. Coach McMillan calling chin from the bench. And little handoff. Shot clock rolling. An open look inside. The Bennett challenge is not enough. And Panama gets the bucket. And now Coach McMillan calls the timeout. It is 54-54 with 48.3 seconds remaining. Timeout Norcross. So at this point, Coach McMillan setting up his defense. Coach Joel at halftime was telling us about both of these teams pride themselves on man-to-man defense. Here's one example of it, the little scoop back, and look, no easy buckets, right? That's one of the replays we've got from you there, but an example of no easy buckets here when everything is on the line. You can guess these Warriors with a full shot clock haven't run that many set plays. They've relied on that high pick and roll, driving kicks. Will they have a little baseline runner this time? Keep an eye on it. Norcross, does Coach McMillan switch up his defense, or are they going to trap early? Are they going to be steady and strong? And like he said was the key to the game, secure the possession. That means a board at the end of the defensive stop. Everybody's matched up. Little baseline screen on the far side for Giddens. Shot clock 15. There goes Giddens. One-on-one skip. It's Bennett. Corner. 3. No good. 25 seconds. Norcross basketball. And a foul immediately there by Cherokee. And that was a smart foul by Samford. If he gets that ball on a steal, there they are. They have another possession. Otherwise, they have fouls to give. That's only the 4th on the Warriors. So, 24 seconds. 54-54. Are you ready? The Joku brings it up. He's got Bond sitting at the top of the key. The whole Convocation Center now on their feet. Bond taking time. 8 seconds. No shot clock. To the rim. Benham gets fouled. That's the 5th foul on the Warriors, and it was not a shooting foul. So 4.6 seconds. It is the 5th foul on Mason Bennett. We're waiting to see what evolves here. It looks like number 22, Nate Speaks, is going to enter the game for the Warriors with 4.6 seconds. They already have Hart out and Bennett out with 5 fouls. On the other side, number 2, Mari Jordan, is sitting with 5 fouls for the Blue Devils. 1 timeout left for Norcross, 1 left for Cherokee. 4.6 seconds on the game clock, all tied up. So the ball should be inbounded underneath, kind of on the A of Georgia State, under the basket, defended by our crew of Cherokee Warriors. Our crew of Norcross Blue Devils are going to look for something at the rim. Maybe draw a foul, maybe get a bucket, and expect, if anything goes through the rim, an immediate timeout by Cherokee. So, big bodies for Norcross. Bond, who came in hot at the end of the 3rd, beginning of the 4th, we know can really go at these guys. The sub, we talked about, number 22, Speaks, the senior. He is somebody who almost didn't make the team at one point. But guess what? He's an extension of the coach on the court, and he's guarding the ball. You see him bouncing around. Here it comes. That's tipped away, out of bounds. Less than a second goes off the clock. The long arms of Nate Speaks, the 6'5 senior, running some time off the clock. Underneath, bobbled, out of bounds. Warriors basketball. That's a tough situation for Norcross because the pass to Joku came literally on the baseline under the basket. So it will be Warriors basketball with 2.2 in a tied game. The officials will look to see if they add any more time on the clock. But timeout, Cherokee, their last. Norcross has 4 fouls. There's a chance that they will give one here. Cherokee needs to realize that, and do you go into a shooting motion immediately? That's one option. The challenge here versus the NBA or the WNBA or even college women's basketball, you cannot advance the ball on this timeout. So Do you go for your Valpo play from back in the NCAA tournament days and you're throwing it long with shooters streaking? Do you go Christian Leitner at the free throw line? Those are two of those memorable, very few seconds left, full court kind of plays that stick in people's brains. Or do you just play for overtime? Probably not if you're the Warriors. Why? Two of your best players have fouled out and are not available. Ball comes in. It's Giddens over half court. Good if it goes. It doesn't. Overtime at the Convocation Center. Wow. So both teams with, we'll call it a look. Norcross unable to convert under the basket with about 3.5 seconds. Cherokee with the half-court heave that doesn't go. We're still 54-54, Alex. Extra basketball. Gotta love it.
This one brewing to have a great ending between Cherokee, the number 8 team in 7A, and Norcross, the number 4 team in 7A. These two have battled all the way through 4 quarters of basketball and now ready for a 4-minute overtime period to send.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
And this is it, 4 minutes of overtime at Georgia State University. Cherokee, Norcross. The official set to toss it up for the jump ball, and it is Mr. Bond and Mr. Speaks. Speaks gets it, but taps it out of bounds. It will be Blue Devil basketball. 4 minutes to go. The clock did not run after that. It was gone right out of bounds. So Norcross in the white. Their top scorer, Jordan, is out with 5 fouls. Cherokee in the black, defending right now. Top 2 players, Hart and Bennett, are out with 5 fouls. Yes, we've had a few of those in this game. The slip by Abdul Rahman, and then the scramble. It's called jump ball. And listen to this, because the tip by Speaks at the jump went out of bounds. Norcross got the ball. They got the first possession of the overtime. Now the ball goes to the Cherokee Warriors. The back door by Sanford not there, but Giddens fills the void, drives in that draft space, lays it in with his left, his favorite. And the Warriors up 2.
Giddens now up to 18 on the game, having himself a night.
Warriors packing it in nice and tight. The three-point line hasn't been good, but the drives by Bond have for Norcross. What a man finish right there by Samarian Bond. Giddens and Owens. There's our guy Pope to Giddens. That 3 looked good. Nobody blocked out Sanford. New possession. And they settle down. Well, Pope doesn't. He goes to the rim and gets 2.
Excellent decision there by Pope.
And that right hand, left side throws defenders off. He's able to craftily, and pretty high up, get the ball to the rim. It's right back to Bond. And 1. Yes. Give us the growl and the pump. Look at this guy taking over the game offensively for the Blue Devils, going right at Speaks, who had no chance of slowing him down.
And that's the difference. Daston Hart, the 6'4 senior, has been matching up with Bond all game long until he got fouled out, and Bond has been taking advantage of it.
It's an and 1 that goes. Norcross leads by 1, 2:25 remaining. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful bonus basketball. They give the space on the baseline that it's opened up for Giddens, but the shot doesn't go. Speaks almost came up with that board, but Norcross in possession of the ball and in possession of a 1-point lead.
And a nice save by Abdul Rahman, saving a possession there.
Bond off the front of the rim there. He's a little farther from the rim than he'd been earlier. So Warriors with 1:35 left. Setting it up, and they've been going from that wing one-on-one, and jump ball called. Wow, how about Ajoku with 4 fouls going up and wrapping up that basketball. Wasn't sure. First they thought they weren't going to call anything, and then he held on to the ball, and they called the jump ball. Good call by the officials. Third change of possession arrow in this overtime already. You see Joku on the left side of your screen kind of leaning over. He got kind of knocked there on that play, but it doesn't matter. You got a game to win. 120. Now it's Norcross being patient. Look for Bond against Speaks. Setting those little high screens, and there's the up screen for him. Speaks pushed Bond out farther. Shot clock at 10. The kick to Joku. Shot clock at 5. Rahman to the rim, no good. The board, it's an offensive one for Norcross, but no. The finish doesn't go. Norcross still leads by 1. Watkins almost had that. Timeout, Cherokee. We froze for a second right there as the stretch splits happened and a whistle happened at the same time. Wait, was that a travel? No. Timeout. Coach Veman on the Cherokee side. They're last. So here's your quick game reset. Overtime. Norcross 59, Cherokee 58. 6 fouls on Cherokee. So anything that they commit will be 1-1. 4 fouls on Norcross. So they have a foul to give or 2. Timeouts for Norcross, still 2. We'll see how this shakes out, but I can tell you, Alex, basketball at its finest. Intensity, the huddles right now. What are they doing on defense? They're guarding straight up, and they may give that foul. 26 seconds left on this shot clock. But knowing how Norcross has been these last few possessions, they're going to do their best to hold their ground and close that possession. Meanwhile, the Warriors, they've been putting the ball in Giddens' hands almost every single time. And he's been delivering, although he missed that little scoop around moments ago. I say, watch out for Sanford. He'll be in quotes. He's been a little quiet for the last few minutes. That's number 24, the sophomore over on the Panther head right now. Keep an eye out for him with 26 seconds on the shot clock here. Watch and enjoy. And that was Sanford to the rim. He is fouled by Abdul Rahman. That will send Sanford to the line for 2. And that is only the first on 0, Abdul Rahman. And wait, the whistle now says not a shooting foul. And it's not 1-1 either. So, possession underneath. They got to reset the shot clock to 25. 39.5 on the game clock. Warrior basketball underneath. Box set. Speaks trying to come through. And now he receives. That is Owens. There's that one-on-one downhill. 2 hands on the driver. And that's going to be the 5th on the Joku. Also the 6th on the Blue Devils. So both teams in the bonus here in overtime, the first one. At the line is Tayden Owens. So, can you make your free throws? Good things happen in close games. 16 fouls on both sides. No timeouts left for Cherokee. Owens. Big time free throws. Got it. Tie game.
Huge first free throw there from Owens. Tying the game with about 30 seconds left in overtime.
Game clock at 32.5. Owens, his second shot. Only speaks on the offensive side for the Warriors. Bucket. Norcross, 30 seconds, no shot clock. Down one. Bond on the baseline. Travel. Not time to celebrate yet for the Warriors. 19.5 seconds, up one. Timeout, Norcross. Warriors are fired up. Good call by the officials. Why did Bond travel? Well, the Warriors, their key to the game was to stay true to their defensive principles, and they sure did there. Help side rotated over, stepped outside of the paint. Bond had to freeze up so as not to charge. He traveled instead. How about that turn of events? But let's talk about Owens. Make free throws. Good things happen coming out of that. Rotate on defense. Cherokees put themselves in good position. But guess what? These Blue Devils, yes, that focus on Bond's eyes. They are ready. They don't care about those Cherokee fans in the distance. They are set up in a full court pressing situation to try and take the ball from these Warriors, who now return to the court. A 1-2-2 full court press. Long release, ball comes in, quickly fouled. So Owens, who just hit two, will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. And you saw briefly Coach Jesse McMillan saying, we weren't trying to foul there. We were trying to guard him and get a trap. Coach McMillan may not be that happy, but what it does do is extend the time and the possession. So 18.4, still a 1-point game. This is 1 and 1. Make free throws. Good things happen. Owens. It rolls in. The front end. They love it. Yes, that hit every part of the orange before dropping.
Owens just so composed at the line on his last two trips.
His second free throw of the 1 and 1. Good. All the Warriors back. The clock doesn't stop until somebody touches it. No shot clock. 18.4 in overtime. Down 3. 3 takes a 3. Doesn't go in. Ball bounced quickly, but we have a whistle underneath. And a foul is called on Giddens. That'll be the 7th team foul. Not a shooting foul, but 1 and 1 for Norcross. 2 shots, says the official right there. I'm not sure why, but 2 shots, free throws. And we can have a whole philosophical discussion later when we have time. Do you foul to shoot 2 when you're up 3? Or do you let him take it? This worked out somehow that it was a foul. And they missed the second one. That was number 13, Pace, into the game. Made the first, missed the second, and the rebound went to Samford, who got fouled. And there he is, the sophomore, number 24, shooting free throws. 11.1 seconds. Hit them both, and it's a 2-possession game. Hit 1, Norcross is down 3. Miss it, who knows what's up? And Samford on the line, thinking about it as the officials try to clear up some numbers at the scorers table. We remind you that Coach Vayman from Cherokee is still sitting down from the technical he received back in the 3rd. Samford, the sophomore. Good. 3-point game, 11 plus seconds. And here it comes. Oh my. Norcross with a timeout still. They can score quick and call it. Second one, no good. And the ball batted, and it is Sanford who grabs it. And now it's back out of the hands of Owens into Norcross. Abdul-Rahman heaves it. Oh! Cherokee wins. Cherokee wins. Wow. What just happened? Norcross, perennial state champs, bow out in the semifinals to the, shall we call them, upstart Cherokee Warriors. In overtime, 63-60. What a game. Sportsmanship and handshakes, but desperation on one side, joy on the other. And for us watching and calling this game, unbelievable basketball. Let's watch how it all came to a close. Free throws. He had just hit one. Now Sanford missed it. That's Speaks who gets a hand on it. Sanford almost has it. There it goes to Owens. Look at the Norcross defense hounding them. It pops out, they have it. Tipped again. Yes, and Abdul-Rahman. Oh, that goes in. We all fall out. But that's the way to battle till the last second. Ridiculous. Look at the community, the cheerleaders, the team, the joy of these Warriors. They will take on the winner of Wheeler and Grayson at 8 p.m. tonight. And we are working to see if our sideline reporter, Kate Harley, can talk with Coach Riemann from Cherokee. He's in the middle of hugs right now, so it might be a challenge, but we're working on it. In the meantime, Alex, Norcross, an incredible season. That cost them when Jordan fouled out on the charge with 5 fouls, yes?
That's right. Overall, Norcross had an unbelievable season. 23-4, ended the season before this loss on a 7-game win streak. So lots to build upon. Just an unfortunate loss in this one.
Very unfortunate, but the credit goes to the Cherokee Warriors. What's going on? Take one. Take one. Go. No.
This group is the most effective group in the state of Georgia. They've been great on all year. Nobody wants to say anything. Everybody says we can't do it in this region. They say we can't do it in 7. They say we can't do it with kids. They say we can't do it with 7-man rotation. We can't do it. We just proved that tonight.
You're
Take.
so many.
Thanks, Kate. Thanks, Coach. Unfortunately, the audio not so great there, but the one thing that did come through loud and clear, they said we couldn't do it, and we did it. They said we couldn't do it, and we did it. Coach, you did it. Congratulations, but guess what? It's not over. These Cherokee Warriors will play against the winner of Wheeler and Grayson, another two of the major powerhouses. All right, so here at the Georgia State University Convocation Center. What a game. It is over. 63 for the Cherokee Warriors, 60 for the Norcross Blue Devils in overtime. The Warriors advance to the state final. Alex Magruder, final thoughts?
Just what a great game. And I know the state championship between Cherokee and the winner of Wheeler versus Grayson will be a special one.
It sure will. A special thanks to all of our crew. Buckley Wiley on replay. Patrick Walsh on camera. Christian on camera. Musinga also working some camera. Our directors, Dylan and Rex. Down below, we had Jason and Nico and Rohit. Up top, we had Jack Morgan on stats. Kate Harley on the sidelines. Also, Alex Magruder on the microphone. I'm Daniel Searle. This is the end of the first boys semifinal. Stay tuned for GHSA girls. You see them warming up. Bekeetron against Brookwood next on the NFHS Network.